So I'm not even going to play this clip. I'm not even going to play the clip. We all know what happened. This man, I thought it was this guy right here, but it's this dude who yelled out the N-word during the BAFTA awards. And yeah, Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo were presenting an award. And this guy here, let me scroll down. This guy here yelled the N-word. And I don't feel like playing it. I just don't. I just think it's hella disrespectful. And I know the dude has Tourette's. And people are really jumping out the window. Just, I don't know. It just doesn't sit right with me, to be honest. Like comments like this. Tourette's doesn't make you racist. There are lots of people with Tourette's that have never said slurs. I understand it's uncontrollable, but saying the hard R when two black people are on stage is not random. That vocabulary is probably normal for him and the people. Okay. This is not what I was trying to say. This is what I actually agree with this. That is a word that he probably has said a lot. And yeah, I mean, people in the comments are probably going to be saying the same thing. And it's really nothing new. Just want to tell you that when you comment and say the same thing, that, yo, this is not racist. You're being ableist for thinking this man is a racist, But like, what is the timing on that? Like, that timing is crazy. Like, just think about it. Again, I don't know how Tourette's works, but what is the likelihood of you saying the N-word, you spitting out the N-word when two black people are on stage versus saying the N-word before these people, before Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo got on stage? What about the other people? What about the other presenters that weren't black? Now, it'd be different if he yelled the N-word during that time, but he yelled it during this time, and it just looks hella crazy. Like, that might not be what he wanted to say, but that being in the realm lottery selection of words to use during this time, it to me says he sees, when he sees black people, he thinks of that word. That word is somewhere calculated in his brain for black people. If there was any time other, if he said it anywhere else, then it wouldn't be no problem. It's just very convenient to say that when there's two black people on stage, to just yell that. And like, when they got quiet, it's just crazy to me. And I will not be surprised if this is the new meta for racist folks, is to say they got Tourette's and they said this word. So I'm sure this man has Tourette's, but I feel like this is the new meta because this is a little confusing. It's a little, we don't want to be ableist. We don't want to be, man, bump all that. I don't give a damn about none of that. I don't give a damn about none of that. None of it. That's just, yeah, that's whack. That's whack. So, did this guy make an apology? Do we know this? Davidson. This is facts right here. I wonder how many people who have sympathy for John Davidson and his Tourette's outbursts also had sympathy for Jordan Neely and his mental illness. Right. 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 Remember Jordan Neely, a black man's unmedicated outburst on a train got him executed because society labeled him a threat. Now they want us to coddle a white man screaming racial slurs on television because of a tick. Mental health grace in America has always had a complexion. Let's see. It seems like he might have had an apology. I want to thank BAFTA and everyone involved in the awards last night for their support and understanding, inviting me to attend the broadcast. I appreciated the announcement to the auditorium in advance of the recording, warning everyone that my tics are involuntary and are not a reflection of my personal beliefs. I was heartened by the round of applause that followed this announcement and felt welcomed and understood in an environment that would normally be impossible for me. In addition to the announcement by Alan Cumming, the BBC, and BAFTA, I can only add that I always have been deeply mortified if anyone considers my involuntary tics to be intentional or to carry any meaning. I spent my life trying to support and empower the Tourette's community and to teach empathy, kindness, and understanding from others, and I will continue to do so. I chose to leave the auditorium early in the ceremony as I was aware of the distress my tics were causing. People tell me so. I like this point. If your disability causes you to dehumanize others, you definitely should apologize each time you do. But he wasn't at the least he can do for that amount. Understanding the often told that we need to pay a price for President Pula. It's very common. Stop lumping disabled people and a person with a tic that makes him shout the N-word across the room. It's incredibly pathetic and cowardly from you. Disabilities don't normally cause people to dehumanize others. Hold this convo without emotional blackmailing. No, this person is speaking facts. Like, I'm going to hold you accountable. You know, I'm not calling you a horrible person, but you got to be like, that's sorry, y'all. I did not mean, you know, the fact that he left the building, that means something. That means he's, you know, he's aware of his actions that he cannot necessarily control, allegedly. And yeah, I think if your disability causes you to dehumanize others, you definitely should apologize. You absolutely should. This guy, he says, people should not apologize for something that they are unable to control because of a serious neurological condition. Don't you think it makes more sense for people to understand that condition, understand that tics are involuntary, understand the horrific impact on the sufferers' lives, and make allowances? Wouldn't that be the inclusive solution? No, the compromise would be simply not holding him accountable the way you would hold a healthy person accountable. If he was healthy, he'd be punched down, but he wasn't, and the least he can do for that amount of understanding is to apologize. I agree with that. So he didn't necessarily apologize. He just said he left for making people, you know, I do want to know what other tics did he say? That's what I really want to know. I want to know what other tics he said. So anyway, yeah. But you know what's crazy though? This was filmed somewhere else, and then Warner Brothers. So there was time to actually take this part out, and they didn't. So I think that's even more insidious than this man yelling that at the live event. It's that they wanted us to capture this. You know, it's kind of like when you see that, it makes you think, are we in a, like, is this a psyop? Like, are we in a simulation? Like, what is the purpose of keeping that editing? You know, like, they let this thing, this is a big deal, even when they were live, even when this was filmed in real time, and they have the opportunity to edit that out, and they didn't. What would they gain from that? Maybe they'll gain views. Maybe they'll gain some type of clout, I guess. You know, the people that the BAFTA awards, or this is just one of those things where people say, oh, this is a distraction from the real problem, you know, like the Epstein files or something like that. It really makes you think, like, why did they not edit this? Anyway, I don't know, but that's crazy. That's crazy.